it's Stephanie with Cheers In with Steph. Welcome to today's nice practice. So today's practice is all from a seat. It's nice and calming, and at the end we're going to even do a little bit of a guided breathing practice. So yeah, today's a good one if you just need a little chair-based yoga flow to calm you down a little bit and also get a nice little stretch in your body. So ready? Let's go, yogis. Let's start today's seated meditation and seated flow. So let's find ourselves in our seated Tadasana, or seated mountain pose. So what that means is being seated, but with good posture. So let's make sure our feet have a nice connection in the ground. Then from there, let's reach, grab the muscles of our glutes, shift them to the side. So we're rooted more through our sits bones and less on our muscular padding. And then let's release the arms down by our sides. Nice tall spine, nice proud chest. Nice. And let's start with some seated sun salutation arms. So on an inhale, we're going to reach the arms up and around, gaze follows the hands, palms meet, exhaling, drawing prayer hands down to heart center. And again, inhaling, reaching up and around, palms meet, exhaling, drawing our prayer hands down. Good, keep going at your own pace, linking your breath to your movement. And as you do these seated sun salutation arms, if it's ever a little bit too pinchy for your neck to gaze up at your hands, you could always just have the option of keeping the gaze forward as a modification for your cervical spine. Just a few more. Good, yogis. So now the next time our prayer hands are at heart center, let's hold them there for a moment. And then we can release the right arm down by our side, left hand down by our side. Good. We're going to do a little bit of a stretch now for our side core, a little bit of a side stretch. So on an inhale, let's reach both arms up, actively reach tall through the fingers. Then we're going to bring the left hand towards the right wrist and use that left hand to draw the body down in space towards the left a little bit. Getting that little rib cage stretch on our right side. Inhaling, reaching the hands back up in space. Good. And now let's do the other side. Let's bring the right hand to the left wrist. And as you exhale, a little tilt towards the right. Good. Inhaling, letting the hands separate. Reaching high. Now let's do left hand on right wrist. Exhale, a little bit of a bend towards the left. Good. Inhaling, tight belly. Reach the hands high. Last one. Right hand on left wrist and tilt to the right. Good. And reach through the fingers. Good. We can bring the gaze forward. But now let's shine our palms forward. We're going to do a little bit of a back bend, doing some cactus arms. So take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to bend the elbows, drawing them down in space. Nice broad chest. Bringing the scapula or the shoulder blades towards each other on our backs. Good, inhaling. Reaching the hands back high. Exhaling. Cactus arms, making that W shape with our arms. Good, inhaling. And last one, exhaling. Perfect. Now we can bring the gaze forward. Keep the hands in this W position. Let's do a little bit of work for finger and hand mobility. So let's squeeze and make a little fist, and then spread the fingers wide. Squeeze, make a fist, and spread the fingers wide. One more time. Make a fist, spread the fingers wide, shaky, shaky, shaky. Shake it out like we're drying off our hands. Good, and back to that nice open hand position. Spread the fingers wide. Now we're going to work on making some fingertip connections. Ready? And let's connect pinkies to thumbs. And open. Ring fingers to thumbs. Open. Middle fingers to thumbs. Open. And pointers to thumbs. Open. Pointers to thumbs. Open. Middle fingers to thumbs. Open. And ring fingers to thumbs. Open. And pinkies to thumbs. Open. Make a gentle fist. And let's do some funky wrist twirls. Pause, reverse the direction of your funky wrist twirls. Good, and release the arms down by your side. We can round the spine a little bit, shake it out. And if you need to, pat out the shoulders, because what we just did seemed gentle, but it did take some shoulder activation and some shoulder strength. So you can always rub out the shoulders if you need. All right, nice. So now from here, we're gonna do a little stretch that can help to get a little bit of tension out of the upper leg and also the hips. So what we're going to do, still be seated nice and tall in our chair. Let's bring our hands towards that right thigh and use our hands to guide the right thigh up in space. Good, now from here, we're gonna get our left hand here, kind of grab by our left foot. Perfect, and the right hand can kind of stay on the outside of this right knee. And then we're gonna tuck the chin and gaze down towards that right knee. So I love the name of this pose. It's called Cradling Your Leg Baby, which is so super cute. So I always like to think that my knee here is like an adorable little baby. We're gonna gently rock the baby side to side. And this helps to maybe get a little bit of tension out of this right hip and the upper part of our right legs. I used to have a yoga teacher. We would do this pose, and he would also say if you wanted a little bit extra, you can bring your nose towards the knee and you can nuzzle the leg baby, which I always thought was super cute. But that takes it up a notch, so you could always nuzzle your cute baby or just look down at it. Whatever you prefer, that's your yogi's choice. Good, and let's slowly start to let this rocking motion cease. Once we're still, we can use the hands to help gently guide that right leg and foot back down. Good, shake it out if you need. Ready? Let's cradle that leg baby on the left side. So use the hands to help guide that left knee and leg up in space. Bring the left hand to the outside of that left knee. Right hand grabs somewhere on the sole of the foot. Let's tuck our chin, look down at our adorable little baby, and let's rock this leg baby side to side. Getting some tension out of this left hip now. Keep breathing too. Always bring your mind back to your breath. Make sure we're not holding the breath. Sometimes when you get really focused, it's easy to hold the breath. But a little reminder, always keep breathing. Good, and let's pause. Good, we can use our hands to gently let this left leg and foot move back down towards the ground. Round the spine, hokey pokey, shake it out if you need. Good, and let's return to our seated stillness and seated Tadasana. We can rest our hands on our thighs. Nice, everyone. Now from here, we're going to do a nice seated forward fold, but we're going to take the ragdoll variation in this forward fold. A nice pose to help get a little bit of kinks out of our spinal column and help ease a little bit of back pain. So when you're ready, on your next inhale, breathe in, reach the arms up and around. Shine the palms forward, and as you exhale with control, waterfalling the fingers down in space. Good. We can let the fingertips move towards the ground. Maybe the fingertips touch the earth. Maybe the hands can make it all the way down. And then we have options here. Either a gentle gaze at the carpet or floor, or if it feels okay for your cervical spine, maybe we even release the top of the head heavy towards the ground. And from here, let everything feel nice and heavy in your body. Hands and arms feel heavy. Feet feel heavy on the ground. Good. Now to get that ragdoll variation here in our seated forward fold, we're simply just going to let our hands reach for opposite elbows. Maybe spread your knees a little bit wider, and then let everything sink even more heavier towards the ground. Keep breathing, nice, slow, steady breaths, giving our body time to really sink into our ragdoll forward fold. Nice, everyone. And from here, nice tight belly. Let's activate our core by pressing that belly button towards the spine, and on an inhale with control, Bringing our spine back up in space, sitting nice and tall. Let's reach the arms up in space. And letting the hands fall back down by our sides. Good, everyone. Returning to our nice seated stillness in seated mountain pose. Good. From here, just a really, really gentle neck stretch. So we're just going to let this right ear simply tilt and move towards the right shoulder. And even though this ear is tilted towards the shoulder on the right side, what you're going to start to feel is a little bit of a very gentle neck stretch for the left side of your neck here. Good. With control, let's bring the gaze back forward. Same thing, just other side. Simply let the left ear tilt and fall towards the left shoulder. Resist the urge. Sometimes I see people's shoulders creep up towards the ear. Resist that urge. Just remind yourself, heavy shoulder. Simply let the ear move towards the shoulder. Just a little bit more. Nice. And let's bring the gaze back forward. Good. For this last pose, we're going to work on our breathing. We're going to do a little bit of a breath retention exercise. So it's going to involve counting your breath. This is good to help really calm down the body and help calm down the mind as well. So as far as what pose you do, just find a comfortable seat, whether you stay in seated mountain pose, or if you would like, maybe you do seated crisscross yogasas or seated sukhasana on a chair, whatever feels best for your body. But once you're in that seated pose that fits you today, bring that awareness back towards your spinal column. Nice tall spine. Good. And we're going to gently tuck the chin here. And let's bring our hands and let our hands rest on our low belly. And if you'd like to and it's comfortable for you, maybe you close your eyes as well. Good. Now I'm going to start counting our breaths. And we're going to do this breathing here through our nose. It's going to be nasal breathing. So breathing in and out through the nose. When you're ready, let's start to inhale through the nose. Ready? Inhaling through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, holding the breath. Now let's start to gently release the breath, exhaling through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. And pause. Hold on to that emptiness in our belly. Good. Let's inhale again through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, holding the top of our inhalation. And let's exhale now through the nose. Nice. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing, holding the breath now at the base of the exhalation. Ready? Let's inhale again. Nice through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, holding the breath here. And let's release our breath through our nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Holding on to that emptiness. Good. And you can bring the gaze back forward. Nice. And return to our normal breathing. Then let's bring prayer hands to heart center. Take one more deep breath in through the nose, bringing into our body calmness and peace. And as you exhale through the nose, letting go of tension, letting go of anxiety, letting go of all that extra negative stuff that you don't need to hold on to today. The inner light that resides within me bows to and recognizes the inner light that resides within each of you. As always, thank you so, so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Oh, and remember, like and subscribe, please, and tell your friends too. Namaste.